So hi, this is our latest piece of equipment here at Neutrog. It's a freeze dryer. So what this machine does, it really preserves samples. What we do is we effectively put a frozen sample in here. So out of our -80 over here, and this might be a bacterial culture or a fungal culture, and it'll be in these little vials, and it's frozen now. And in effect, what we then do is we put this vial, as you can see the ones that are already in here, inside here. Now, what happens is that this is placed under a vacuum, and in essence, the frozen material now goes from being in a frozen state, so the water in those samples goes from being in a frozen state to being into a gas without ever going through a liquid phase. And that's really important. That's the whole principle of freeze drying, is that you go from being frozen to gaseous state. And what that does, it preserves the sample. So we can come back 20 or 30 years later, and we could take the sample, crack it open, and the cells in here are still viable, so they don't die. So it's a great way of preserving samples for a long time. And the reason we need to do that is we have a lot of really valuable microbes, all those bacteria and fungi we've isolated over many years. They're important to us, and we need to make sure that we have a way of preserving them. And that's one of the functions that this machine will do. It'll allow us to preserve those microbes for the future. We can do other things in here as well, obviously. So over time, it'll be extended to be able to freeze dry larger samples, perhaps to be able to sell freeze dry product to people.